Hey guys, red3yz here. This is a instructional video on how to use the mob grinders and mob wall in my world. It's pretty confusing, so I thought I would make a video showing you how to find and use everything. So you'll probably spawn somewhere around here. I'll try and change it in MC Edit or something, but if it doesn't work, you'll end up around here. So there's a small chest with just a couple things in it. This is all legit, so I don't have, huge offerings to give you, unfortunately. And you just jump in the cart, and yeah, there's only one rail system, so you can't go wrong. So while we're traveling here, I just want to give a massive shout out to Etho, not just for liking my videos, but for being awesome and publicizing this whole mob sorting aspect of Minecraft, to people like DocM and Salgradar, who, just have these amazing looking builds, and to Roboticast, just for being really supportive and making me want to make more videos with his nice comments and that kind of thing. I don't know any of these guys, I'm doing it all solo, so I really appreciate the support from these kind of well-known Minecrafters. It makes you feel good. And also, big thank you to anyone who sends me comments or has subscribed or liked the videos. I know everyone says it, but I really like getting comments, and I really like kind of interacting with you, and even the little ideas you have do make me think differently and often find better solutions, so keep them coming. Okay, so the thing you should know about me is I'm much more of an experimentalist, so everything is very messy. I build things, I break them, I build them again. I don't have, a big fancy control room. My plan is to have a big project on the nice side of the mountains in the future, but we'll see how that pans out with 1.8. The maps might be a bit different or whatever, but we'll see. So for now, I'm living in this experimental zone, and it's a mess. Everything we're looking at outside here, these kind of tubes and circles on the ground with hatches and water, and none of that works. It's kind of stuff I'm working on, and I like to switch back and forth between different experiments, because I get new ideas that way. So, what I'm showing you now is the most important controls, and it's the arrivals from the mob spawning grounds, which are just below me. So you want the tall mobs vertical hatch to be open, and the spiders to junction to be open, and all to wall to be closed. And by doing that, the mobs will go up towards the grinders, and if you don't have it set like this, they will either go to the mob wall, which I'll show you later, or they'll just hang around in this kind of junction, which, by the way, didn't work as I was hoping. It was supposed to be more functional than it is, but and that didn't work out. So the mobs kind of come up from below there, and you want them to go up that pipe. And the spiders come across here, up here, and across, and they rejoin the tall mobs, and they both go upwards. So also for the spiders, if they're not going up, you want to come down here and make sure that this is set to up on the right, and that will override this west, east, or whatever it said. And to check, the two hatches there should be down, and the one above should be open. You can't really see it there, but it should be open. But either way, that if you're flicking that and it doesn't do anything, see, it should, well, I don't know why I'm showing you this. You set it to up, and then they go up. The other two pipes aren't actually connected to anything at the moment. The spiders would just escape. So this is how you get to the main kind of room, I guess, just a little room, and you go past it to get to the mob grinding area. So you want to make sure the spiders are coming to the crusher. And to do that, you can check those 2 hatches there. The one under the redstone there, and the other one. Currently it is set to send them into the lava, which isn't what you want. So you come over here, and you flick the switch. And when that's down, they are going to the crusher. So they'll arrive there. Okay, so for the tall mobs, you just kind of jump up here. There's a few ways to get there. If you walk around, you'll find them. And in there you can see the lava, and this is how I turn the grinder and the crusher, how I switch between the two, the lava and the piston crusher. This is for a different experiment, and you want to make sure it's set like so. So the mobs fall down into this little holding area here, next to the rails, where they will get picked up for the crusher. So they arrive there. I might want to shut that door. And then start making your way towards the crushing zone down here. So, what you want to do, you want to come down here, make sure all the power is on, and probably set it to normal around now, or I don't know, a different difficulty so you get some mobs spawning. You can push a cart round to make sure it's working, and if it loops round, then you are good to go. There's only one cart currently in the spider thing, but I think you can put 2 if you get the timing right. For the tall mobs, you want to come down here and make sure the clock is on. It'll be slightly easier to access on the download, but yeah, you flick this lever until you get a pulse going around, and if the piston is not pushing the carts in and out, then you come over to this side, to this override switch here. So you flick that and everything will start. So that's what happens. I ran into a bit of trouble. I had to fix a few things, but everything's working now. If you're not using the crushers, then everything ends up here in the corner on that hatch. It falls down with the water. But now I'm going to show you how to get to the slimes. So this is all my chests and stuff, but for the slimes, you come down here. You can either go down this hatch here, or you can go into the forest. Or you can take the rail, which is on all those trees you just saw. Some failed experiments, and a quick access to the slimes. So here's the slime farm. And yeah, it's best to be running the mob grinder at the same time, so you have everything going into the lava, and that way you get more slimes spawning after a while if you stay down here. So that's the alternative access. You can jump down, there's some water to break your fall, and if you take the other access, you come over here, some chests and that kind of thing. And the best place to be to get slimes is you come over here. This is my next big experiment. I'm trying to make a size sorting slime station. And I can sort the slimes into different sizes, which isn't that hard. But all the detector rails and stuff is kind of giving me a bit of a headache. The empty cart detection. I've tried Minecraft Addict stuff, then Pear Squirrel stuff, and I can't get any of it to work consistently. And by the way, if you take the rail down, you end up there on this kind of broken track. But you can take it to leave quicker. So that waterfall over there is supposed to be on a clock. It doesn't work. That creeper face is supposed to be shooting out flaming minecarts into this big pool here. And if you go down there, you'll probably think, what the hell is this? There's 20 or something Pez dispensers in a row. I wanted to use it so I could have carts going all different lengths and, you know, kind of sort them and make sure they didn't clog up. I just put this here together quickly. If you take away this torch, you get super lag. And you see all the hatches start going crazy. And normally they would release the carts, but at the moment the carts wouldn't actually do anything. They just kind of go into a empty railroad which just ends. So not very useful. It needs massive amount of improvement, and I think I'll probably rip it all out anyways because it isn't working as I had planned. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, there's a cart stuck there, so, you know, what's the point? So, for the future. If you want animals, I do have a animal island. You just take this road here I'm working on. It's supposed to be a mob transport road, and you kind of go along beside them. And then you turn left at the edge of the forest, you go straight out to the sea, and you'll find some boats. You get in a boat, you head off in this direction, and soon enough you will see a small island. And yeah, it's an animal spawning island. There isn't very much light on it, so I wouldn't go there too much at night, but I'll show you anyways. I haven't done any work on it. I've just started hollowing out kind of below to make some room for the what's it called? Friendly mob sorters, chicken sorters, that kind of thing. And I got kind of bored and started making this huge tunnel, which is eventually going to go back to my base, but yeah, I think I got a bit carried away. And that's about it. So you come back out, you have to kind of hop over, or you can go around the edge of the island. Get back in the boat, it points you in the right direction. So that just leaves me with the mob wall to explain. And I've already done a more detailed video of this, if you want to have a look at kind of the idea behind it and how it's supposed to work. And you may as well look at it if you're here. The first thing you want to do is come to the mob junction and make sure that all to wall is open and the other two are closed. And that way the mobs will go to the wall. And you can kind of verify that by looking at the junction, making sure the hatch at the top is closed, the two on the side are open, and the one on the bottom is closed. And there's another one that's out of vision. So then you kind of come up here and make your way towards the mob wall. So here you are in the mob wall, and the way it works is the mobs come up along the bottom to a row of hatches. It's basically Trinker Tank's mob gate, which holds everything. It's just a great big long one, and you can open them independently, and that releases different patterns. So you close everything, put in a pattern, open it, and a pattern of mobs will float up. And my idea is to be able to have it spell letters or make different shapes with mobs. But it's quite difficult because they are mobs and they're unpredictable and they move, and, you know, so it's quite hard to get working. And that's the bell. I'm about 10 meters away from a bell, which is right outside kind of my window. And by the way, the bell probably sounds quite weird because of the audio compression and stuff. And the other squeaking noise is my little kitten. Anyways, essentially the dirt things which go across in one direction are the patterns, and depending on where you put the torches, they light up the planks on the ground, which go towards the front, towards the hatches, which release the mobs. All these hatches don't do anything. They're from a different design, which I gave up on. And yeah, I'll just show you what it looks like when you go round, in case you want to have a closer look. You come right down to the bottom, you just remove this dirt block and you can walk right in. And you'll see it's very simple, but there's lots of signs, but it's just the same thing repeating over and over. Now you can pretend you're a mob floating up, and you get to the top and you're taken to the side. There's a bit of a dead zone in this corner at the moment. I just need to put a sign there, or if I haven't done it, you can just go up and quickly put a sign above where I just placed that dirt, and that should fix it, I think. And yeah, so anyways, the mobs, they go down here and they fall down to the side and they loop round. There currently is no kill mechanism on this device, so once the mobs are in there, they stay in there until you switch to peaceful. And that's it, really. It's a work in progress. It's not working too well. It's possible even the first version I had worked better than this current one. But yeah, it still needs a lot of work. And I haven't really felt like working on it for a while because of the pistons, which have been quite fun. But if you are going to use it, I would use the bed, and that way you get a big burst of mobs when you wake up in the morning. Okay, sorry for this super long video, but I did want to get everything in detail, just so I don't get too many mails, because it's hard to explain this kind of thing. So yeah, I hope you are able to copy the mob grinders, since that's the main reason I'm doing this. So good luck, and thanks again for all the nice comments and ideas and so forth. Okay, bye bye.